everyone, I'm Shauturupa. I'm a counseling psychologist and an expressive arts-based therapist, and this is Sci-Fi Cult. Today we will talk about why do we keep watching the same shows over and over again. What's wrong with us? Nothing actually, and we will discover that there are multiple reasons, and these are emotionally efficient reasons to consume things that are repeatable, rewatchable, and actually helps us be a little more comfortable and okay in our life in this uncertain, unpredictable world that we live in. First reason we'll talk about is called status quo bias. It's an emotional bias, and it defines how we try to maintain our current state of being, and there's a preference for the previous situation or state or the current situation, and we try not to keep changing things because it helps us not be distressed, it helps us not be disappointed with the new situations, and stay in the familiar, stay in what we know, and stay in the control of certainty. The second reason is mental energy. Turns out when we watch something that we've already seen or read something that we've already read, it requires much less energy, right? So when something requires less energy, it is easy, and when something is easy, our brains automatically associate it with good. So you might even notice sometimes we prefer to watch TV shows over movies because TV shows build a universe for us already, and it keeps extending that universe for us. Whereas if we are watching a movie, it lasts for like 1.5 to 2 hours, and that familiarity does not last long enough. So we all have shifted. If you have noticed, more people are watching more TV shows than movies nowadays. The third reason we'll talk about is called social snacking. So it's very interesting. It's a phenomena that we've noticed that when you're watching characters that you already like, it almost feels like you connect with them. You know what's going to happen. So it's socially beneficial as well. There is a bit of parasocial relationship being built, which means that since you feel like you know these people, right? When you're watching a show, for example, if you're watching The Office, you know these people, you know what's going to happen, you know even if they are bizarre, you know that it's all going to end up well. So a bit of socialization also happens, and social pursuit actually helps us. Social snacking also helps us when we're rewatching shows. The next reason is called the mere exposure effect, right? So when we are repeatedly exposed to something, it actually breeds affection. So repetition breeds affection for us. If you're watching the same people, same kind of situation happening again and again, we actually feel a little more emotionally connected with them than the ones that we have not. There is one more reason I would like to talk about. It's called reconstructive consumption. So when we watch a show multiple times, something that happens to, say, new shows, something that happens to me was with White Lotus. I kept watching the show again and again because every time I watched, something new came up for me. And that happens with a lot of shows, right? Like, because there are so many Easter eggs or so many things that are happening. So once you're caught up with the overall plot, once you go back, you see certain hints or foreshadows, or you start to connect. Oh, why was she wearing this dress, and what happened in this with this character? So it actually helps us build a holistic idea of the movie or the show that we are watching and fill the gaps that we might have. Even if you don't have gaps, creators of certain shows really leave you with so many things to go back to and enjoy with every watch that you engage in. The last reason is a sense of safety. Now it really helps if you're anxious, right? So when you are anxious, it is emotionally efficient to rewatch certain shows that actually give you comfort, does not make you feel more anxious, makes you feel stable, secure, safe and comfortable. So comfort shows, comfort food, whatever it is, we do lean on them for sense of safety as well. Right? These were some of the reasons that we rewatch and repeat exposure to different forms of art. I would like to know if there were certain reasons or causes that you resonated with. If I missed out on something that you tend to use, make sure to share that with us as well. I would love to know what are your reasons to rewatch or reconsume anything that you're reconsuming. And this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that, because I would love to build a community where we are able to discuss all these ideas very openly and freely and get to learn from each other. Thank you, and this is Sci-Fi Cult.